Hi, my name is Mimi, and I am on holiday right now. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Do you want to see me in the picture? I'm doing a lot of SUP, stand-up paddle, and a lot of kayaking. So I want to show you what I do with the yoga tune-up therapy balls to release my shoulders after I practice on the water. There is a lot of protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades when you're pushing through the paddles. And there's a lot of internal rotation as well of the shoulders. So this is a few of the muscles that we're going to target that are used during those actions, those direction of movement. And we're going to use different size of ball, but you can do it with all the same size ball if you wish. So the first muscle we're going to massage is the rhomboid. It's I call it the Christmas tree muscle. It's shaped a little bit like a Christmas tree, attached from the C7 all the way to T5 and slide across all the way to your medial border of your scapula. So you want to locate a ball between those two areas, between the origin and the insertion. I like the big ball because it's a little bit more gentle. The smaller ball, it gets a little bit more pointy, but you can choose the size you want. And I do one at a time because it gives you a little bit more proprioception of each side of your rhomboid. So you lay on your back, and the first move we're going to do is a cross fiber. So because it's a little bit like a Christmas tree, if we go up and down, you can hold the head if you want to, or lay the head down and just push with your bum, lift, and push up and down with your legs across the fibers of your rhomboids. Try to relax the rest of your body, try to relax your face, which you can be quite sensitive. And you can release and soften. Second move on the rhomboids is as you roll cross fiber, you probably felt some adhesion, some cookies like my mom liked to call it, and you want to place the ball just on the cookies. I got a lot of cookies just on the edge of my medial border of my scapula, so I'm going to place the ball just right there on the corner there, right by the bone, but not on the bone. And I'm going to protract my shoulders by crossing my arms across each other on the front of my body. I'm going to inhale deeply, and on the exhalation I'm going to roll over the ball and try to soften as a sustained compression over those cookies, over those adhesion. And then inhale, I release again, soften, and then exhale, roll over as well. So you may also get through the trapezius that are just above the rhomboids, and some of the intercostal muscles that are also between the ribs. That might help a lot your respiratory muscles as well as your retraction with your rhomboid. The second muscle we're going to target is our serratus anterior. So this muscle is a protractor. Rhomboids were retracting. Protraction is from the serratus anterior, which attach from the anterior part of your scapula, from the medial border as well, all the way along your 8 to 9 ribs on this side of your thoracic cage. So it's hard to go underneath the scapula, so we're going to target a little bit more the edge here of the thoracic cage with the big ball, or you can go with the other size balls if you wish to. And same thing, this time you're going to lay on your side, and the muscle come across like little fingers on the side there. So you can go stripping the muscle, so following the same direction of the fiber of the muscle by rolling through the same direction of your ribs. And also you might get a little bit more of your intercostal as well, between the ribs, as well as your serratus anterior. And I can tell you, this is not always nice because there's a lot of other muscles getting into this area as well. You may get a little bit of the edge of the latissimus dorsi, and if you go a little bit higher up, close to the armpit, you're in the camera. If you go a little bit more on the edge, close to the armpit, you may find also the teres minor and the teres major as well. You can lay your head and relax as well your neck. Just make sure that not everything else is engaged. And just keep stripping along the muscles. And that's stripping your serratus anterior. So the next move is still on the serratus anterior, still on this side of the ribs, just by the scapula, between the breast and the scapula. And I'm going to use a block just to drop my head, and we're going to contract and release the serratus anterior with a protraction. So just imagine that you're by an edge of a cliff and you want to reach out, so you're protracting your shoulders as much as you can, and as you exhale, you release. And you can do that a few times. Inhale, reach like you're going to fall from that cliff, or you want to hold on to somebody. And then exhale, release. Third muscle we're going to roll is the infraspinatus. It's a muscle located in the fossa, underneath the spine of the scapula. So if you feel your scapula, you feel a little ridge here. That's the spine of your scapula. Just underneath here, right on the bone, is the infraspinatus. And this muscle is attached to that fossa all the way to your humerus head. It's an external rotator. Helps you to externally rotate the head of the humerus. And often when you are on a desk or on the bike, or if you are paddling like me, you are always in internal rotation. So it's locked lung a lot of the time. So we're going to put the ball right on your shoulder blades, underneath the spine, on the infraspinatus, laying on your back. And you can bend your elbow, you can flex the elbow at 90 degrees. And a little bit like you're doing a bike and you're indicating that you're turning on one side or you're stopping, you just flip your hand up and down. Muscle we're going to roll on is the tricep, especially the long head of the tricep. It's a muscle that you use when you extend your shoulder back, and when you extend your elbow as well, especially when you're pushing back with the paddle. I'm going to use the smaller ball for this pin, spin, and mobilize action. So I want to put the ball right on my tricep, and I'm going to pin, spin it, roll around. Whoops. Especially I'm extending right now. And I'm going to bend my elbow, flex my elbow to stretch through the fibers. And I can move, release, find another location, maybe closer to the head, long head of the triceps, which is attached to your scapula. Spin again, get a lot of shear, and then flex the elbow to stretch. The fibers. So the last muscle we're going to roll on is your pec major. So it's attached from the half part of your clavicle, your sternum, and some of the ribs just next to your sternum, all the way to the head of the humerus. This muscle is used in a lot of direction of movement, including your internal rotation, so it pulls to internally rotate your shoulder. When you are in extension, so when you're pushing the paddle again, you are using your lower part, and when you are in flexion, to lift the paddle and push again, you're using your upper part of your pec. So we're going to use maybe the smaller ball. It's a little bit easier for skin rolling. I love this one. It's quite easy. You can even do it at your desk at work, especially if you're in internal rotation and using a lot of those pec major. So you might want to get right on the skin, and using the grippy texture of the ball, you want to push in, spin it, and skin rolling all over your pec major. So this sequence can be very useful if you are a desk worker as well. So you are actually rounding up your shoulders, maybe flexion a little bit of your spine, and internally rotating your shoulders and protracting your shoulder blades. If you are a biker as well, same position as well, your shoulders are coming forward and you have a lot of the rhomboids that are locked long, they are stretched to the maximum and stuck there. Even if you are vacuuming at home, you're pushing back and forth, you're using your triceps to pull back, to extend your arms back. So you are using the same muscles that if I am paddling or if I am kayaking on the lake. So please practice, use your yoga tune-up balls and massage yourself. Ta-da!